Hello, everybody, and welcome to Knapp Medical Center post-game show. Westlaco Coeast loses tonight by a final score of, 24 to 14 in this game, and that'll be the end of the season for Westlaco Coeast. They're not going to qualify for the playoffs, unfortunately. Let's go to the highlights in this one. It was a hard-fought battle for Westlaco Coeast. It started off with Harlingen South. They came out pretty sharp, offensively. They moved down the ball, down the field. They put points on the board as their quarterback. He was able to score, make it 7-0. And then an interception right here by Yari Cabrera from Harlingen South. This would help them. I thought this was going to be a pick six, but instead, good job there by the defense to bring him down. They were able to go in here. Shore once again moving with the football. He was pretty quick, elusive, and it's 14-0 at that point. Harlingen South, it looked like they were going to go up 17-0. Blocked punt here by Joaquin Cisneros. And here you see the fight in the Westlaco Coeast Wildcats, and everything just changed at that point for Westlaco Coeast. They get the ball to inside the 10-yard line. Aiden Gonzalez goes in for the score, cuts the lead down 14-7. Then 8 seconds before the half, Jay Herrera squeezes in for the touchdown, and all of a sudden we're tied 14-14 at the half. But Harlingen South, they play better defense in the second half. They get the score there to make it 21-14. They add a field goal in the fourth quarter, and they go on to win this by a final score of 24-14, and so they're going to move on to the playoff. Harlingen South moves on to the playoffs, Mike Gonzalez, and they're going to be the 4th seed. It's a very, very tough and difficult district. You had PSG North, one of the best teams, could be one of the best teams in the state of Texas. We'll see what happens with PSG North as they move along in the playoffs. And then you have you're going to have Flower Bluff, you're going to have Corpus Christi Vets. Those two guys we're playing tonight are those two teams, and then Harlingen South is the other one.
And you know what, Carlos? As we start the playoffs, we'll find out exactly how strong this district is because of those teams you mentioned, starting with PSGA North. That team has the capability of going at least 3 deep, possibly 4 deep. And same thing for Flower Bluff. They have a great team. They have that quarterback that they're going to ride on. Same thing with Corpus Christi Vets. Those programs are just used to going very far in the playoffs, and it just so happened that they were in the same district as Westlaco East. And then you have a Harlingen South team that they're just like Westlaco East. I mean, both teams kind of win at it. These teams, Carlos, in another district could have very well finished second place, third place, somewhere along those lines. But just unfortunately, it's just one of those situations where these last couple of years the Wildcats were just in a brutal district. And it came down to this last game for the second year in a row. And once again, it was Harlingen South that came out victorious.
Yeah, and Westlaco Coeast, they're used to being in this type of district. They've been it before in the meat grinder. And here's Coach Mike Burgett. Final game of this for the season. Here, you got it, Coach, right through. There you go. Flip that right there.
Been a rough night.
But you got to like the way, and Mike and I were just talking, Coach, is the fight in this football team to, down. Look like they're going to be down. Y'all are going to be down 17-0. Block the punt, and then to score a couple of touchdowns, tied 14-14. So you got to like the way your team fought back tonight.
And these kids, I can't even tell you. We're small, but they fight. Tonight we had a chance to win. That's all I can ask them. I thought we hit them. We played a great team, well coached, senior ball club, and we got a bunch of young guys I think going to be really good next year. And Coach Guzman come over, and him and Roger put together defensive plans, and we're just going to improve with that. Those are two great defensive coaches, and I'm talking good. And they got a good staff with them. Offensively, we stuttered a little bit second half, but I'm so proud of what they done. Elias, he's sitting around 1,250 yards. My quarterback. I'm going to tell you, pound for pound, stud. The way taking shots, getting up at 135, 40 pounds. And I love the kid. He gave me everything he got. And I can't say enough about him.
I saw that you guys shared a moment right before the half end of that first half. So leadership-wise, it looked like he was coming up to you about something. Perhaps he saw something with the defense or what. You want to share that with us?
Well, on the field, he can see what gaps open. So he's helped me all year. And, when he scored that sneak from 5-yard line, he said, Coach, the sneak's there. And I'm thinking, 135 pounds, second down and 5. The sucker got in, though. Yep. So all I can say is, I think he's going to be, whatever he does in life, he's going to be successful. He's got a great mom. Me and his dad's real good friends.
Yeah.
So, he's got great family, and they push him, and he's going to be great whatever he does because his drive is to be a winner. And, even though the season we fell a little bit short, that kid's a winner with a lot of them. Our defensive kids played really hard today. This team is averaging around 42 points a game. I thought they did great. I thought second half we got that opening drive, and I thought, oh, here we go. We returned the kickoff. But, sometimes on a given night it don't work. It didn't work tonight.
The night started out with you running out with the team.
Let's not show that. I felt like I was in slow motion. I felt like my whole body was shaking. It was sort of bad. So,
yeah.
But the kids wanted me to. So,
yeah, it was good.
I love East. 20 years at East. 20 years.
20 years straight. Yeah, you're exactly right.
All
Coach.
these football players that came and see me tonight.
Yeah.
All the X. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to our program. And I said it before. This school district should be very proud of the superintendent they got. He is a stud. In football, we call him a go-daddy, a person that gets things done. And I can't tell you what he meant to my career here at Wesco East. Thank you, Dr. Rivetta, and I hope you're the best health and everything you do in life. Second of all, my principal, Dr. Gamboa, what a principal this school has. He backs sports. He's at everything he can be, and he knows all the kids' names, and I love the guy. And I'm going to miss, because I'm still going to text him. Okay, we text almost every night, and we talk a lot of trash. And Javi Benuelos, wherever you are, I'm coming for you. He got me the other day on a text. So
he started retirement a year earlier than you.
Yeah, he let me down. I thought we'd both go out in December, but he just got tired of it. And, it wore him out. And, when you get at the end, it's time.
Yeah.
And I know right now it's time. I missed my wife for 4.5 months.
Yeah.
So I got some time. I got my oldest daughter here today. She drove from San Antonio just to watch the game. Mm-hmm. And my son, he's here, so it meant a lot. And all these kids, all them ex-players out there, they're like kids. They're like my sons. And, I really appreciate what they gave me.
Well, Coach, since about the middle of the season in the pregame show, we shared our favorite moments with Wesco East and with you on board as the offensive coordinator and head coach. So I'm just curious, what is your favorite moment?
There's a lot of them. I mean, we talked about that as a coaching staff here. So my coordinators was telling me what they liked the most on the way here. And, they all mentioned big-time games. Thing I enjoyed the most being with my coaching staff. I'm going to miss them.
Mm-hmm. But is there a favorite game, a favorite moment?
Yeah.
Chucky's field goal, beating Vela.
Everybody thought the 24-0 of Wesco High, the first game. It ain't.
What is it?
It's the Vela. Vela was ranked number 1 in the Valley.
I told you, Mike.
Which Vela game? Which Vela game?
When we went down and scored with Chucky.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you guys got to understand, we went in there and you've seen everybody pick against us.
Yep, absolutely.
Some picked huge against us. And I'm looking at JC, Roy Pedraza, Jaime Benrose. Yeah. I'm looking at a team full of GoDaddies. Yep. And I'm going, okay, go ahead and take us lightly. And they sure did. And, when we upset them, then we won the second round. Yeah. We've been area champs 6 times. Name another school in the Valley.
Yeah. No, yeah, we know. Yeah, we know that.
I wish
we know that. We saw it. We witnessed it.
I wish the town would know that. I really do. And why I'm saying that is because East kids mean a lot to me.
Yes,
I'm not from Texas. I'm not from Wesco.
Yes, sir.
Them kids are special. They're just as special as any kid in this town. And I got a special. I'll never forget them. Someone's going to come visit me, someone of age. That way we can go fishing and drink a lot of Diet Cokes.
Right on.
Absolutely.
But going back to Chucky, I think the thing that amazes me, Coach, is you had a number of athletes that went on to play at the next level, and that includes kickers. Remember Gilbert Garza, and I don't remember if Chucky is another, but I mean you had about 2 or 3, and I think just those little things, special teams, how important that is, and coming through in the clutch, game-winning field goals or a game-winning field goal, say, a few seconds left, those kind of things, you have to be proud of that as well.
Well, they always argue about who the best kicker was. Gilbert, playing college ball, and doing what he did at Kingsville, stud. And he lets me know that all the time. But he wasn't the strongest leg. And he gets mad when I say that. Chucky was not the strongest leg. I had a guy named Jose Luis. And I was walking from the baseball field, me and Coach Guzman with Bell Morris, our middle linebacker. And I heard something cannon go off on the soccer field. And I was like, what the hell is that? So I quickly walk around. The kid was kicking from the 20, a spot foul, and kicked it all the way to the goal. I told Bill Morris, who's that? He goes, well, that's my homeboy. Why don't you get homeboy out to kick for us? Every kickoff that he did his junior year was a touchback. No. He was 60. I told the guy he had $1 million leg. I think he went to Mexico, played soccer.
That's probably what he did. What I remember as far as players are concerned, you talk about the kickers, and mine was just the offensive linemen that you would bring in. There were some of the best, not only in the Valley, but in the state of Texas as well, from Frank Jimenez and the Salazar kids and Donald Moore and Pedro Posadas.
He's over there.
Pedro Posadas, my favorite offensive lineman of all time because he was big and he could move.
If you didn't, he
came out of nowhere.
That's right. If you did not mention Pedro, I probably couldn't make it through that gate without getting jumped. He's always been one of my favorite players. And when you're talking about offensive linemen here, yeah, we've had some monsters. Yeah. And not only monsters, we had some guys strong, state title, and they could push some people, and they're going to get back to that at Wesco East. Coach Guzman, he's a president of the Texas Powerlifting, and he's going to get that going again. And, I see East heading up from here on. Yeah. I hate to say that. Maybe I was the roadblock, but no, those guys will get it done. I love my coaching staff. I can't even tell you guys. They mean a lot to me. They're going to come visit me at the lake house.
Absolutely.
What do you remember, Coach, about the very first day of work here at Wesco ISD and with Wesco East? Do you remember, do you recall that day at all? 20 years ago?
I do, but I really probably shouldn't say it. I came from Donna, and we just had a playoff run over there. Yeah. And I come over here, and I'm sitting at the athletic period, and I'm like, uh-oh. I thought I got myself in a lot of trouble. And I was just looking. I think we had 37 guys in football during the athletic period, and I'm looking, and they didn't go in the weight room after school. I had more coaches in there. I said, guys, we don't play the game. The kids got to get in there. And I just remembered that after my first couple of years, I got a phone call to be the offense coordinator at Mission, and I almost took that. And Dr. Rivetta didn't let that happen. Mm-hmm. And
was it Coach Lee at Mission?
No.
Who was that coach?
Mario Pena. So I'm sort of glad I didn't go there. Offensive coaches don't last long with him. But, oh, man. I'm glad I stayed. Like I said, 6 area titles, 10 by district, and these kids fought. And you know what I like? You come in our field house, not only you see a crap load of all-staters, come look at our academic all-staters. Mm-hmm. And we've had anywhere from number 1 to number 2, 3, number 259. But the kids' effort. I'm just telling you, I can't thank them enough. I can't thank Dr. Rivetta and Gamboa enough. I can't. The people here at WISD has taken, most of them has taken me most, not all. Yep. Most of them has taken me in. And when I leave, I always said this to my coaches, and Goose gives me crap. So when I leave the state of Texas, I'll never come back. And I told him why. Because I'm from Kansas, which is God's country. And growing up, I sinned a little bit. And I'll be the first to tell you. And God told me to come to Texas. That way I can get into the Golden Gates. Yeah, but I love the state of Texas. It's huge. It's big in football. Where I'm going, they don't have athletic period. If they want me to coach, and I've been approached, but I don't know if I ever want to coach again. I just
take a break.
I got a beautiful wife.
Yep.
She missed me for 4.5 months. Mm-hmm. Or did I miss her? It was one of the two. And I missed my kids, and I get to spend more time with them. And I'm gonna miss this though.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, thank you very much on behalf of the K-West crew. We've always had a past 20 years covering your games, some exciting games, here at Bobby Lackey Stadium. There's plenty of them. All the knuckleballs are always very entertaining. The game against Vela to win the district championship, you guys started off 4-3, ended up winning the whole darn thing in an awesome game that was here. the game against Mission Veterans where they go for 2, and then when you guys go for 2. So just some, awesome moments. We thank you for everything. Thank you for being part of WISD.
Guys, I appreciate everything you did in WISD, and like I said, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here because I retired December 22nd, but I got a lot of sick days. so again, I want to go and be with my wife
Absolutely.
and my kids. I thank you guys very much for everything.
Don't
You
ever
guys-
forget that the Cowboys are always America's team.
We're not going to discuss that right now because I might not make it out of the stadium. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it. Coach Mike Burgett, he pre-announced before the season started that he was retiring after 20 seasons. He had more than 20 seasons overall of work, but 20 seasons here at WISD, and I really didn't realize how long it was until we started, taking a look back, and he started in 2006. He's ending, this 25-26 school year, and Coach Gued, started the program here, and then Coach Burgett took over from there and helped build the program.
Yeah. It all started in Cameron County in Brownsville. He coached Tony Ellis at Brownsville Hannah for about 3 or 4 years. All-state running back, went on to the University of Texas. Then he moved on to Donna when Coach Dave Evans made the move over there. And they built a little dynasty over there for a good while. Then he came to Westlake East where he just uplifted the program and began that powerlifting program, and just from there, Carlos, it just kind of fell into place with all the coaches, and Coach Cuellar, still the head coach, outstanding job, and then just kind of passed the baton to Coach Burgett. Did not miss a beat, and it's just been a heck of a run for Mike Burgett.
Absolutely. And, he leaves. Let me see if I have that information. But, 4 area championships as a head coach, multiple district titles, 10 playoff appearances, and just a tremendous legacy that he left behind here at Westlake ISD. From 2013 to 2025, 10 playoff appearances, 3 district titles, 5 by-district titles, and 4 area championships for Coach Mike Burgett. So he's going to be missed. He's going to leave some big shoes that need to be filled, and he started an awesome tradition here at Westlake East.
And it's funny you mentioned that. Keep in mind that their first playoff appearance was in 2007. And they went for something like 12 straight years. Yep. I can't remember on top of my head, but I think it was 2022 that they missed the playoffs. But man, making it 12 years in a row or whatever it is, that is very difficult to do.
And then finding success in the playoffs. They didn't just qualify, they would win.
Correct. And they they had teams where they lost a lot of seniors, and yet they were able to put a team together and make a big run. And just again, a lot of great coaching involved.
All right, well, that'll do it here for our broadcast for Westlake East games. Westlake High School has a game next week here against San Benito as they enter the playoffs. It's a final score here, 24-14 on Coach Mike Burgett's final game here at Westlake East. All right, for Mike Gonzalez, I'm Carlos Robledo. We'll see you guys next time here on KWest.